What's going on, everyone? It's Eddie Lascano back with another video. In today's topic, we're going to talk about if I were only to access $50,000 in 0% funding and I did not know how to get it, this is exactly what I would do. So the first thing that I would do is first check out my score. A lot of people out there are checking Credit Karma or Experian, and those things and those like credit reports are perfect. But to get a in-depth credit report, you want to check out something like Identity IQ or MyScore IQ. So what are these and what are the differences from MyScore IQ and Credit Karma or Identity IQ? MyScore IQ and Identity IQ are the same partners. These are credit monitoring programs that you can purchase. Yes, it's not going to be free. Credit Karma is free for one reason. I'll tell you soon about that. But these are paid monitoring programs for your credit. It's important that you guys can invest at least to check your credit report. It's only going to be $1 a month, and then after that it's either $24 or like $27 a month. But the reason why you want to see what's going on with your credit report, guys, if you guys don't have a in-depth knowledge or a way to access all three credit bureaus side by side, it's going to be very, very hard to know what to do and what the next thing is for the funding game plan, as far as what banks to hit, what you need to remove, and what's your credit looking like. Not just your credit, but your personal information. So the difference between that and Credit Karma is free, but it's only going to show you TransUnion and Equifax. It's not going to show you Experian. And sure, you can go log into Experian and you'll see your full report there. But we like to use MyScore IQ because it's going to show you all three bureaus and it's going to let you know your personal information side by side, including with all the inquiries that you have. So it's literally just one whole sheet that you can see your full report, addresses, old addresses, current addresses. Maybe you have too many inquiries on Experian. Maybe you have too many on TransUnion. You guys can see and dissect the credit report that fast, just by one click on see full reports, and you'll be able to access every single thing about your credit. Another thing, once I know that I have my full report, I'm gonna look at what banks I've been banking with long term. So if you've been a bank, you've been having a long-term relationship with Chase, Bank of America, Citizens, there's so many banks out there, but if you have Wells Fargo, if you have a long-term relationship with one of these banks, then that's the next step. The next step is to start building a business relationship with that bank. Once you build out that business relationship, you're gonna check, hey, is my LLC good to go? Do I have a low-risk name or do I have a high-risk name? Obviously, we're not gonna open up the bank account prior to knowing this. So this would honestly be the next step, is knowing your LLC, knowing if it needs to be optimized. If you guys are using a high risk name, then most likely you want to do an amendment. You guys want to change the name. If you have a name like Joey's Trucking LLC, trucking is very high risk, guys. So you want to make sure you put into a low risk. And what is low risk? Low risk just means that it's not gonna be needing access to crazy amount of money. Trucking needs crazy amount of money. Real estate needs crazy amount of money. And the lenders that know that, they understand that these banks or these clients that have these businesses that are high risk need a lot of capital. So if your business needs a lot of capital and can't survive with a lot of capital, then most of the time you are categorized as a high risk. That's just one form of high risk. There's other, forms too. If your business might be a little bit more on the illicit side, that can make your business high risk. And as soon as the banks see that your business is high risk, you're more prone to getting rejected by the banks, even just by opening up a bank account. You'll sit down with the bank manager inside the bank, you tell them their name, and guess what? They're gonna ask for licenses. If they don't ask for licenses, they're gonna ask for tax returns, or bank statements within the last 3 months. And most entrepreneurs that are just starting out, they don't have that. They don't have that. They just have the personal information, and the banks want to see the business side of things. So once you have those things off and you have them check mark, make sure that everything looks legit. After that, you want to have a professional business name, a professional business email. I'm not talking about like, joeytrucking@yahoo.com. No, you want to have something like joey at, magiclogistics.com, something along those lines. But the reason you want to do that is because you want to seem as professional as possible. You want to have a professional business number, a professional business name, and a professional business email address. Once you guys have those things, and they're not hard to set up, guys, it's really simple. I mean, you can just Google business email, business phone number, and things will pop up. Once you have those things, look at what banks you already have a relationship with. If you've been banking with Chase for 10 plus years, but you only been banking with Wells Fargo, you might have a savings account sitting over there collecting dust for, let's just say, 2 months, then you might as well just go start with Chase first, or vice versa. If you've been banking with Wells Fargo for a long time, you would probably want to go over there and start, building out that business bank account relationship with them. Once you do that, you want to start making some deposits into your business account, guys. There's always a reason why the banks will not lend you money. You don't want to just apply. You don't want to just apply for business bank accounts, credit cards, without depositing some sort of funds into the business checking account. Whether that be adding 1,000, 3,000, you want to add something into the business bank account because the lenders want to see a relationship nowadays. Back in the day, a couple years ago, that wasn't the case, but with lenders tightening up, you want to make sure that you deposit something because that builds that relationship between you and the bank. All right, guys, so now how do you access the 50K? You're going to go sit down with the bank relationship. We use bank relationship managers, but you might not have access to that, and that's okay. You can still either do 2 methods. You guys can go sit down and apply, or you guys can go apply online. If your credit is looking over 750, you guys can still get a decent amount without using a relationship manager. The only thing you guys will need are the data points. Now, if that's something that you're looking to find, is the data points, the relationship managers, then you can simply contact me below. I'll have all my links down in the description below. But like I said, this is more for free information. You guys can still apply. It might not be a high limit. You want to make sure that you have low inquiries, anywhere from 3 to 5 inquiries on the bank that you're applying with. And you want to make sure that you have your limits over at least 8K on the personal limits. Authorized users aren't as important because the lenders caught up to that. So if you have nothing but authorized users on your account, the lenders are going to look at that. They're like, well, we don't have comparable credit primary accounts in the account holder. So if I only have $20,000 in authorized users, but I have 0 primaries, then the lenders are just going to look at that and they're just not really going to take us serious. They're not going to approve you they won't even approve you for more than $10,000. So you guys really need to start focusing on opening up primaries and building out those primaries. Sometimes you only get approved for 5K, 3K. You want to start asking for credit line increases every 30, 60, 90 days. As long as they don't pull your credit where it doesn't affect you, you want to make sure that you're leveling up on your personal limits. And you want to have anywhere from 10 to 20, 30K in personal primary limits. Then after that, you can add an authorized user for history, or if you want to just add another one that has history and high limits, that would be perfect. Authorized users are more for, the finishing touches. You don't want to rely just on authorized user, guys. And then after that, you guys can finally apply online or inside a bank with a manager. And guys, you guys can maybe get anywhere from 10 to 30K and then call the bank and increase the limit every single time. Okay guys, so that's the fastest way to get to a 50K 0% card. If you guys want any more information on how to, get a little bit more, maybe 100K, 150K for your business at 0% so you can scale, then go ahead and comment down below, subscribe, and all my links are down in the description. Sorry. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next. See ya.